Brock Bowers, who had an incredible rookie season. Uh, Now, I think we all agree that he's the number one tight end in fantasy football, but this comes at an ADP of 12.8. Uh, I know Raj's answer already. He's definitely not comfortable going that high on a tight end. So I'll turn it over to Nick. Are you spending that high of a pick on a Brock Bowers? And is it worth it considering you might lose out on, either an RB1 or a wide receiver one in a draft?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not comfortable with taking Bowers on the turn. Uh, I'd rather wait a little bit for my tight end, not because of it's a little bit personal preference, but especially in a two QB league, it's just a little bit too early a tight end. Having said that, I do think that we're talking about a generational talent here. This is a guy that was breaking records as a rookie, and I mean, I don't know if you saw that contested catch in in the preseason. He
I did.
basically he mossed that cornerback,
Yeah.
right? Like this guy is absolutely uber talented, and I wouldn't be surprised if even you see him getting long balls thrown at him, not just the short intermediate routes. He could beat people with his speed.
Yeah.
So I think Brock Bowers is going to eat again this year. And yes, if you're comfortable, if you're a big fan of tight ends, maybe in a one QB league, okay, sure. In a two
Pause.
QB league, I wouldn't do it at that high ADP.
I agree. Raj?
I was curious, Nacc, so I went back. I did a little rewind into our Bush League Huddle draft in 2023 when an unnamed friend took Travis Kelce, the last great quote unquote tight end year for Travis Kelce. So he went high second round. He went just ahead of Jamar Chase and Tyreek Hill. So Kelce finished with 221 PPR points for tight end three. That would have been WR 19.
Hmm.
Chase ended up as the WR 11 with 263 points. But right after Chase, Tyreek was WR 2 at 378. So there was a 149 point gap between Tyreek and the person who chose Kelce, the next wide receiver they took, which was Devontae Smith. And then if you look at Kelce and kind of like a replacement level tight end in Jake Ferguson as an example, there was a 50-point gap. That is why it is very dangerous to take tight ends early, unless the only way is unless you get a Gronk type season.
Oh yeah, well exactly. Like your tight end has got to hit and hit well. But again, imagine in a two QB league, you take in the first round you take a quarterback, and then in the second round you take Brock Bowers. Now you got to wait for your turn again. Who's left at wide receiver and at running back, right? That you have like that prowess for. So to your point, there's a Jefferson or a CD Lamb that might go through, and you're going to miss out on these guys for the tight end. That, yeah, 100%, he's going to finish as the tight end one. But what are you going to do at wide receiver? Both your wide receivers might not finish with the same amount of points as Brock Bowers has, right? So, yeah, very very tricky, and I agree on all fronts. I'm not. I'd love to have him. It'd be really fun to watch
Yeah.
Brock Bowers put up fantasy points in the tight end slot, but I'm definitely not going to miss out on a Neighbors, on a Brian Thomas Jr. For Brock Bowers. So I think we're all in sync on this one.